Hi guys, do you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Sorry for the rainy sound of the background. It's hi Ginger, ready for some more fun. Okay, here we go. I don't know all the names of all the subjects tonight, but this is Frankie. Thank you, Selim. The sound is good. That's making me happy. So take your pencils and draw with me. So let's take a profile view to warm up. Okay. Do I look frozen, Birgit, in Vienna? Well, here everything seems to be okay. Maybe it's still winter in Vienna. That's why I'm frozen. I don't know. So I have two pieces of the head in this person. This is kind of the face area, and this is the neck area. We can have a little bit fun, right? Am I still frozen, Birgit? Yeah, I'm sorry about hearing my whistle. So in this small area of the face, if you compare it to all the other things that are going on, this guy has a good nose, right? And then this, we don't see any lips actually, kind of, right? It's just somebody who has been cutting in this person's face. It's not really a mouth with lips. You have a first summer day. Hi, Sophie. Good to see you. Yeah, here it was 25 degrees, Birgit. That's a really summer's day, but at the end of this summer day, it's a good Belgian custom. It's raining really hard sometimes. And for tonight, they say it's going to be windy 100 kilometers per hour and thunder and whatever. Oh, I think I did a little bit too much here. I don't like the eye. Maybe I'm trying to be too fast. I have to be focusing on my drawing. He looks a little bit angry, but I don't think he's really angry. Hi, Fernando. You can hear me? That's great. Yeah, I think this is better. And you see here, these lines go to the throat here, but his clothes are starting at the neck. I want to give it a little bit more. Let's make it a little bit more funny. I don't know. I'm not really satisfied. And the funny thing in this drawing is actually not the head. Hey, Rini, dag Lode. So I think the funny thing of this drawing is the body. and you can see it here. He kind of has a huge body for this face, right? Something like this. Makes it a little bit more fun. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so this is the basic sketch. We tone it down a little bit and we go to the next layer and we use the black lines. Come on, bigger. Okay. A little bit thirsty. Let's start with the eyes. I have to be a little bit careful here that I don't use too much fat lines. I have to give some detail. Famous when I'm dead. Who is that? Kate wants you to know you are doing a good job. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Fernando, the body pose seems to be quite caricaturizable. I think so too. Good to see you, Sam. So far, everything works. Can you realize this, guys? I started on time. I can write in the chat. You can hear me. That's the first time. Why is everything working? Yeah, I know you're Sam King Davis. What's up, Monica? Yeah, everything works. Yeah, you're surprised, right? Yeah, I know. I was afraid that you were going to criticize me, so I thought, let's do it the right way this time. Thank you, Sam. I'm waiting for a second interview, Sam. If you have, we can do a show together, Sam. How about that? Caricaturist Will, hey, I'm here. Thank you. Will likes the lines. I'm just using a brush from Procreate, Will. I never buy special brushes. I did once to please somebody, but I actually don't really use it anymore. Fernando, would it be a good idea to post the photos you will utilize in advance so we can try before the live video and perhaps compare approaches? You can draw now with me, right? You can draw at the same pace as I do, Fernando. And actually, that's a little bit difficult because, for example, today I changed one of the subjects because I was not really satisfied with one of them. And I got another one instead, which I liked more, actually, this one. So I had to eliminate another one. So if I post them before, I cannot change them at the end anymore, right? So to start with, we do a couple of kind of easy male faces, and then we draw two female faces. I'm looking forward. And then we end again with a funny, really funny male face. Alan, I love the expressive style as it coming out. Thank you, Alan. Do you use a tool to smooth your lines digitally, or do they come out naturally? I use a tool to smooth them digitally. In Procreate, it's called streamlining. Right? I'm not claiming here to be God, so I do that. But this brush is kind of standard with streamlining. Some brushes are, some brushes are not. But since it's a tool, I don't know why I wouldn't use it. I don't smudge, I don't warp, I don't liquefy. So I can do something, right? I'm going to put a little bit color on his nose. Do you agree? Sam, when you say streamlining, you mean tapered lines. I don't know what is a tapered line, Sam, sorry. Tell me, Sam, what is a tapered line? Streamlining is just that your lines are not shaking, right? It makes life so much easier. From Dick Nardin. Oh, tapered. No. It has nothing to do with tapered. No. Yeah. No, tapered. This brush is thicker when you push harder. That's all. But streamlining means that you don't. Well, that you have smoother lines, right? You have to know that. Probably you've been doing that too, Sam. A line stabilizer. Wow. I'm getting smarter every day. They're right. They don't do that. Well, I'll tell you something. I would not like to feed all these guys who do that. But probably you're talking about yourself, right? That reminds me of Bill Clinton's. Well, Bill Clinton, I never met him. He was at a convention, but I was not there. Maybe 2010 or something. So I missed the guy. That's a little bit sad, but yeah, that's life. You cannot be at every convention, right? Okay, I think we're done with this one. Good evening, Alfred. Do you ever use line snapping, Sam? Tell me what it is, Sam. Alfred, yes, this is the first one. Sam, what is line snapping? Don't keep all this wisdom for yourself, Sam. Help me, make me smarter. Line snapping, never heard of it. Okay, guys, this is the first one, and we're going to the next one. Next one will be another funny person. If you draw a line and hold the pen down the line, oh yeah, well, Procreate does do that with every brush, right? That's available with every line in Procreate. Boom, 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 boom. Take your pencils, guys. This is a good one. Okay. This is just a long face. And you know why he has a long face? Because his nose has to fit in it. Maybe a little bit higher. Eyebrow is really high. The other one a little bit less. Small eyes. Big nose, big nose. I think this is important. It's actually not really important for this person, but this line is kind of, I mean, the hair here is kind of inspiring. It makes it so much more vivid. And here you have some hair too that tries to escape from his skull. I know what I did. Okay. Chum, 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 chum. So Birgit, the next one is a person that you know. Okay. Don't run away too far. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I want to see the shoulder, the volume. Hey, Derek. Derek, I just read something about the comic battle, but I forgot to watch it somehow. Did you win? Or was it fun? Or was it a bad experience or a good one? Derek, guys, is a comic artist also, a very good comic artist, and he was involved in the comic battle, but it was digital this year because of COVID. Sam again, great to see you, and I haven't made caricatures in a while, really. Watching your work is a reminder of my love for it. Kate and I, and our fetus are leaving now. Okay, say hi to your fetus. Bye, Kate. Derek, you didn't win. It was not what I expected. That's sounds bad. I'm so sorry. But it was fun to do. Yeah, better get next one is yours. Hi, David. Good to see you here. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so these eyes are really small, but important enough to spend some attention to them, right? He's pulling up his eyebrow really high. I didn't know it was possible. It's a little bit difficult to see. They look strong, but actually they're not really thick. He has kind of a little smile in his eyes. Do you see that? So that's why I add these lines under the eye. Cha, cha, cha. That's the danger when you kind of zoom in to give some details and then you zoom out and you see, oh no, what am I doing? But okay, this is not so bad. He has kind of high cheekbones and he's also very skinny. That's what accentuating this. I think everybody's drawing because it's really silent on your side. which is fun for me to know that you're drawing. I play a little bit here with the hair. I don't want to comb his hair too much. It has to be a little bit playful. Alan, do you ever customize your own brushes? Well, the only thing I do is kind of playing with this streamlining. I think there are so many brushes in this Procreate stuff and good brushes. They've been working on it for years. I really don't know why I would think that my brushes would be better than theirs. I mean, you can change, you can customize a little bit, of course. But actually, I like this one. I like some other ones too, but not for the same work. For line work, I like this because it has some tooth. You see it? It's not really smooth, so it's like a comic, right? In comics, the lines are not really smooth. Sometimes they are, but they're not my favorite. That's how I should say it. He has kind of a difficult expression. He looks a little bit like the bad guy in a children's story book, but at the end you can see that he will be the good one, right? So that's what I want to see in this drawing. Maybe I'm going to make his beard a little bit wilder. Yeah, like the neighbor in Home Alone, Sophie. That's the guy I had in mind. Exactly. That guy. I'm happy you understand what I'm saying. Vladimir, which brushes do you use to sketch? Well, I only use one brush. It is Tinderbox. Okay, I only use one brush. I want to make it easy for myself. I think that's the worst thing you can do when you do live stuff. That's making it too complicated, right? Actually, in the end, well, I try to talk a little bit to you guys and entertain a little bit, but you expect me to make a drawing, right? So I cannot afford looking for brushes and don't, at the end, not use it in the proper way. So I prefer using one brush and try to use it as good as I can. That's funny, Sophie, that you know what I mean. Exactly the guy I had in mind. Early my thought too, Monica. Exactly. Oh, it's just now that I see that he's wearing reading glasses. He can read. Okay. It's not really very easy to see that. Let's see what it makes when I switch off the blue layer. I see something. I see some wrinkles here when he's pulling up his eyebrow. Okay, I think this is it. So now we are warmed up, and we're going to draw a female person. That's him, Dirk. Thank you. You know him, right? Dun, 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 dun. This is something, right? I have to clean my brush, my glasses for this person. Okay. This is a little bit more difficult, right? So I see the face like an oval, and I see another oval here for, how should I say, the hat? No, it's not a hat. How do I call that? So this is the beginning, the start, right? Okay. Funny thing is that I see a big forehead, but I'm not going to draw a big forehead because I want to focus on the teeth. It's a choice. It's a choice. I think you can make the forehead, I can make it a little bit round. Okay, but actually I want to focus on the teeth. I hope this person is not going to be mad at me. Birgit, tada. Yeah, indeed, tada. Fortunately, this person is living in Vienna, I think, and she cannot kill me. Okay. And then the nose, it has a distinctive shape, but a turban. Thank you, Birgit. Turban. Yeah, in Dutch we say tulband. It's kind of the same word, turban. I'm so happy that everybody wants to help me. Dun, 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 dun. So some people ask me, do you always start with the eyes or something? And the answer is no, you can see that, right? This is just preliminary. It's not going to stay this way. I like this curve. I think it's very important for the likeness. Okay, Birgit. Yes, maybe she can kill you. Does she know that I'm going to draw her? Boom, 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 boom. I'm struggling a little bit with my choice, but I'm trying to stick to my choice. I'm not going to change it. I don't have the time to change it here. I don't see her ear, actually, I think. I just see an earring. I'll do that with the black line. I just want to feel the weight of it. It has to be there. Maybe I have to bring the teeth a little bit forward. I think that's better. Hey, Björn. So, guys, I hope you're suffering just the way I do. It's nice to have a challenge, right? If I count the teeth, oh yes, I will count my teeth. This is just a sketch, Björn. And I'm not only counting them, that I'm going to make them the right shape, okay? So here, we do this. I think it's very important to draw the right shape of teeth. Or, well, not really right, but constant suffering, Monica? You bet. Drawing is suffering. Not only the teeth are important, but also the gums, right? Where do the teeth grab into the gums? Some people you don't even see the gums. Depends also about the shape of the lips, things like that. And these teeth are a lot smaller, and they disappear behind this line of the mouth. So this way, the smile is getting somewhere. This line should go up and then down. Okay, the nose. Very specific shape. Beautiful nose. Thing is, when you make a preliminary sketch, sometimes you think like, oh my God, this is not going to be okay, right? When I do the black lines. But when you draw the black lines, you give more detail and you spend more time and more, you spend more attention to drawing the right shape. So usually it ends up kind of okay. So you can see very clearly in this model that you don't only you don't only smile with your mouth, you smile with your eyes. This line under the iris is, it helps. Okay, this is a little bit too close to too near to the nose, so I'm going to move it a little bit. Really thin eyebrows. It's getting better. David, that's interesting. Yes, sometimes you can see the face smiling even when wearing a mask. That's correct. That's correct. Alan, do you always have an easy exaggeration in the future, or was that something you had to work on? Are there any exercises you recommend to loosen up and go wild? There is only one trick in that, Alan. Drawing, drawing, drawing. There is no trick. Yeah, practice. When you see the work of the guys who work at theme parks or at fairs in America, they're really good at exaggerating. And you know why it is? Because these guys work 10 hours a day. That's something totally different than just drawing, making one face in a day or something, right? And you know, it's no secret. I mean, I think everybody suffers sometimes when you do exaggerations. It's not an easy thing, you know. When you do portrait, you can measure and you can actually you can measure until it's correct, right? Of course, it's not so easy, but you can measure. But with caricature, you cannot do that. It's kind of it's interpretation, and that's more difficult. But because once you start changing something, everything is changing, right? Everything can change. Maybe I want some more cheekbone here. A little bit, just a little bit. I think I have to exaggerate the mascara a little bit more. I don't know if she's doing that always, so I'm just guessing this might be kind of a thing that's always, that she's doing always. I don't know. Yeah, at this pace, I think I'm going to draw much more than 1 hour. But it's okay. I have a good time. Everything's working, so I have nothing else to do. Just a few assignments, but I can do them tomorrow. No problem. You see, it's the same brush, and you can go really thin and really thick with the same brush without changing the size. That's what I like about it. Okay, I think this is it. Für Fräulein Wölk aus Vienna, aus Österreich. I don't know if it's Vienna, it's Österreich, for sure. Ginger Jepson. When you add color, does it go under the drawing layer? Well, you can do both, actually. When you put it on top of the black layer, you can do it this way, but then you have to put it on multiply. See? In that case, you still see the black line. If you put it under the line, that goes to. You can do both. You can do both. Okay. That's it, Birgit. I hope you like it. And then we go to the next one. Another kind of difficult person, I think. I mean, not a difficult person, but difficult to draw, right? I'm not going to give my opinion on people's character. So if you want to challenge yourself, guys, draw this woman, okay? Okay, what I see is a small forehead. And the hair is going like this a little bit. That's too long, but that's okay. The eyebrows are kind of thick and going up. I always think somebody's asking something. That's why I'm looking at the chat. Maybe I should try to install a bell or something that I can see, or can I hear when somebody's saying something? That would help. But I have no idea how to do that. Okay, and then the nose. This is probably an important feature in this face. Monica, now that the chat works, nobody asks, you're right. I could do it without the chat box. So I'm giving this woman a good nose. And I'm going to give her a big philtrum as well. But she has to keep smiling. Da, da, da. So Monica, how is it going with your drawings? You're doing well? Disaster? Okay. At least you're honest. And in this mouth, there is another important thing. That is the direction of the teeth. They go inwards. Hope you can see that. They're not really big, so that's why you don't see it immediately, probably, but they are doing this, and now it's coming back on this side, this way. And the chin, I'm going to make it really small. And because of the small chin, everything else gets bigger, right? It's like a puzzle. It has to fit all the way. I'm going to give a little bit more cheekbone here. Then coming inside. The eyes, don't worry about the eyes. I know the expression is not correct, but I'm going to do that with the black line. Well, I don't see what she's wearing because of the sound of silence, but I have some other photos and not so many useful photos, but this one might help a little bit. So I'm just going to add these black straps. I see an earring, which is interesting always. It's a nice detail. Kind of toning down the blue, going to the next layer, black line, pop. Here we go. I think I'm going to start with a nose. Bum, bum, bum. I will have to move the eyebrow a little bit because I had to draw an extra wrinkle here. Everybody's really silent. That's an easy class to teach. I never had such a silent audience when I was really teaching. I had it one time. I went to a couple of years ago, well, maybe 10 or 15 years ago now. I was invited in Iran, Tehran, to do some, there was an exhibition and doing some classes, and they had a really nice cultural center place. I mean, for art and cartooning, something you hardly find anywhere else. So the responsible guy picks me up, and we climb the stairs to the first floor, and I didn't hear anything. So I thought, okay, I'm early, I guess. No, I was not early. Inside that classroom were more than 40 people. So silent. I didn't know what I was seeing. That was the most, how should I say, the class that paid the most attention to what I've been saying ever. It was a very interesting experience. Probably everybody of you have seen the Queen Gambit. Well, Well, one day I went walking in the park in Tehran, and Birgit, you have to stay concentrated. Yeah, I'm trying to to get that rid of that. I think we're all just now how quick you can join. Maybe decision. Oh, thank you, Ginger. So I was making a walk in the central park of Tehran. People would have said to me, "Don't do that. It's dangerous. It's Tehran." In those days it was maybe a little bit dangerous, but not in the park. What I saw there were kind of gymnastic machines. Everybody was working on their health, kind of to be in shape. And somewhere in the middle was a place with all kind of old people, and they were playing chess, just like the Queen Gambit, And they were really, really nice. They gave me candy. Very nice experience, Tehran. One problem of visiting Iran was that I was going to a convention in America, maybe 1 month later or something. So there were a lot of tensions between America and Tehran already then. So what I did was I destroyed my international passport, and I said I lost it, but I destroyed it actually. So I got a new passport with no proof that I had been in Tehran. Fernando, sorry for being so quiet. You're trying to draw along. That's nice. That's good. Yeah, the faces are kind of challenging, aren't they, Birgit? You gave me one of the challenging faces. It's your fault. Monica, was this a request or from Clubhouse? No, it's a request. Because I can prove it, I have 2 photos of her. Clubhouse, that's kind of a circular cutout, right? It was a request. I'm sorry, I have to check who did the request. I don't think she did the request, though. Oh, I think I know who it was. It was my colleague, a character colleague from Belgium, who asked me. But I don't know this person, actually. Maybe it's his wife. In that case, he will never speak to me again. I thought it was easy. No. You mean your sister? Yeah, maybe. Well, there are a few ways to draw your sister. I could have worked with a big forehead, but I just made the decision of giving her big teeth. And, you cannot do everything at the same time, which means that if you give big teeth, you have less space for all the rest, I don't say it's a perfect decision. David, that's quite drastic, having to get a new passport. Well, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to go to that convention, right? And so, well, it didn't cost me that much money. It was just a new passport. If I would have done the flight and arrived in America, and they would have stopped me, like, "Ooh, you've been in Iran," or they could have put me away for a day or two. That would have been much worse. But I thought this was the smartest solution. Maybe Maybe they knew all it. I have no idea. But anyway, I succeeded. Actually, Iran has a really good culture about graphic design. They have perfect schooling for that. I saw so many talented people. It's incredible. It's incredible. So this person was a challenge offered to me by Didier Enrose, my French speaking and Dutch understanding caricature artist in Belgium. So maybe this person is a family member of his, I don't know. I think I'm kind of done with this one. What time is it? So we are 1 hour away. On our way. But I want to I want to do one more because I have one funny face in my drawer. I'm going to make a habit of it to keep the most funny face until the end. Because now everybody is warmed up and you can all make a beautiful drawing of the next person. Okay. So here I have to put a little bit shining things. So here we go to the next one and the last one. Yeah, now that I see this stuff, maybe I'm going to add something like this everywhere afterwards. I like it. So let's go to the last one. Where is he? Here he is. I'm going to give some more space for you that you can see him better. I have less space, but that's okay. Isn't that a good face? Okay. Here we go. Alan, I'm finding observing your process is helping me loosen my drawing as I'm working along. Thank you, Alan. That's very kind of you. Ginger, great face, isn't it? Monica, this is amazing. Well, that's one way of putting it. Great face. Yeah, says David. It is. It is. The problem is, what do you have to do? Because there are so many things going on, right? Well, I think first of all, I see the shape of the forehead is going like this. Watch out, it's a 3/4 view, so this part will be bigger than this one. And here it comes together. Maybe you can make it a little bit higher. I think I have to reduce my drawing a few times because it will be growing. And then the hair, I would like to give it kind of a structure like almost flames, very dynamic. So this is not the whole face. This is just the eyebrow bow here. Boom, bim, 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 bim. And then we get to the glasses, fortunately. It's always fun to have glasses because they give so much support in your drawing. Don't give him big glasses because if you give him big glasses, all the rest is less fun. I would give him a small nose as well. A little bit wide, but full of expression. It's like I'm talking about wine. So there is a lot of scribbling going on, like I have to find out where to put everything and that everything fits. And now the mouth, which is really, really funny, kind of, right? So you have to lift up the sides. And if you lift up the sides, there is a lot of space here for this part of the teeth. I would make the bow of the teeth kind of narrow compared to the width of the mouth, right? The problem is you have to be able to put all these teeth there. We'll see how this evolves. And then we have to go from narrow to wide here. And the teeth are casting some shade here because the upper lip is, how should I say that? The teeth seem to get lower than the upper lip, right? So we try to draw that. I think I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit more. And this too. It's like he's on fire, you know. I think you can add some, it's like rubber tires from a car. You can add some if you want to emphasize that. Hello, Banjoko. That's Saeed right here. Pretty late. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, let's try to make this even better with some black lines and some more correct lines. Okay. Now that I have everything on the right spot, I don't know yet, I'm going to take my time to draw the glasses and the nose in the right shape. Yeah. Mistake with the time zones, I know all about that. It's not easy, right? The good thing about the World Wide Web is that we can do everything over the whole world, but everybody's living in a different time zone, right? So we have to watch out that we don't then end up in the wrong places or in the wrong time zones. The good thing here is that you don't have to draw pupils or irises because they're not there. He squeezes his eyes totally. He's closing them. Oops, what's that? Quite an expression. That's right. The problem is with such a person, if you have to draw him live and everybody says, "Oh, he's easy," and then when you fail in such a face, well, that's a disaster, right? I mean, everybody thinks he's easy. And he kind of is easy, but you can always make wrong decisions, right? It's all about decisions. Tell a story about the classic moments you remember related to character. I'm drawing, Saeed. I'm drawing. Euphoria, yeah, but it's a lot. There is a lot of play, a lot of on his plate. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Okay, and then this. And then this. This is a funny line here under the nose. He's kind of squeezing his lip. And now the teeth. I'm going to draw the teeth before I close the mouth. It is Lamir. I hope you can make a funny drawing with it. Euphonia. His eyes have almost as many lines from them as middle of the umbrella tied shut behind them. Wait, I have to reread that. I don't really know what you mean. Oh, yeah, now I see the umbrella behind me. I didn't even see the umbrella behind him. That's why I didn't understand. You see how focused I am on the person. I don't even see what's in the background. It's like there are visual jokes, like there is something like a beautiful young lady is crossing the street, and everybody's watching the lady because she's kind of voluptuous shapes. And what most people or the men don't watch or don't see is that in the car at the other side of the street, there is a dog behind the steering wheel. Nobody sees it because everybody's watching the girl. This is what's happening here. I only see the person. It's like they're imitating each other. Wow, that's very deep. That's very deep. Oops. I don't need white. So this way, the lip is disappearing behind the teeth. That's nice. With shading, it's way easier than with just black lines. But I'm going to give some shade here. So little by little, we're getting down in his face, downwards. These lines are so expressive around his mouth. It's incredible. Yeah, it looks a little bit, well, I don't know Chinese. He doesn't look Chinese to me. Vladimir, this character is best of. I don't know what means. I hope it's a good thing. It's like the Spanish guys, they say yeah, 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 or something, right? It's like laughing, the yeah, 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 or the KKK. It's funny to have an international audience. Just constantly say it is hard even when it's easy, so you can feel psychologically I at ease, especially when his outcome is a disaster. What's wrong with my English? I have a problem understanding this phrase, this sentence. I don't know. I hope it's a good thing. I think some maybe typos in it. Boom, 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 boom. Dirk, I was a bit worried, but the black lines made him. My colleagues will recognize immediately. We will have a good laugh. He's very funny. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Dirk, with the first lines. The first lines, actually, they are meant for myself, and mm, they help me to understand the face and kind of give some confidence for doing the black lines. You can never judge a drawing before it's finished, right? Anyway, I think this guy is a really funny person, a good guy. Yeah, I think he's smiling a lot. This is not just a pose. I think he's smiling really a lot. What's everybody's first language here, if not English? Well, they have to answer. Mine is Dutch. So, Euphonia, your first language is Dutch? Is English? Or hi, Jorge. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you had a good time. Portuguese, Monica. Okay, I think I'm kind of done. I'm not going to do the whole face, just adding some bits of color to make it a little bit more look finished. Thank you, Alfred. You love the expression on this one. Thank you. The good thing about giving a little bit color is that you can still put it away if you don't like it, because, well, it's on another layer, right? That's too dark. Whoopla. I lost my selection. Thank you, Ginger. German, by the way. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Birgit. I'm happy you had a good time. Thank you. I hope to see you soon. Hi, Jill. You were gone? I don't know. Dirk, I think it was a very nice sketching evening. Thank you so much. Birgit, my sister-in-law is still laughing about her teeth. Well, about the teeth you've given her. Yeah, well, they are not her teeth, right? She knows. I'm happy she has a good sense of humor. Thank you, David, because suddenly you speak Dutch. Yeah, Lode, it's hard to stop. Oh, thank you, Bill. Take care. See you next time, maybe. Jill, this video will be available for watching later. Of course, all these videos are, you can watch them in YouTube. Don't forget, guys, if you didn't subscribe yet, you can still do that. I would be really happy. Ah, your wife is Dutch. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Jill. Vladimir, thank you so much. Congratulations. Great class. Well, I had a good time. That's what counts, right? I mean, I'm always having a good time. It would be, I know, it would be nicer if we could really talk, but not in these circumstances, I guess. Dirk, amazing as always. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you all. So I'm going to add some colors on the other ones too. Thank you, Monica. Loved the last one. It means you didn't like the other ones, okay? Alan, I simply stating not to verbally put pressure on oneself to always succeed, so to have room to mess up. I still have to think about what you're saying. Oh, Alfred, has Core decided to collaborate with you? No, I haven't heard of him yet. Maybe. Thank you, Monica. You're very kind. Fortunately, I get to know you little by little. What should I do here? Maybe he doesn't have the app yet. He's on a PC, but I know that the people from are working on a PC version, so Alan is also Portuguese. What is it? What is this? Okay. What? What am I doing? I'm drawing on the wrong layer. That's a typical thing. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for coming here. So maybe see you next week. So where are you from, Euphonia? From nowhere. Anyway, this will be it for today. I had a good time. I had a hard time stopping, which is a good sign, I guess. Okay, guys, it was very nice. Hope to see you next time.